G'day friends, Andy here. For those about to rock, you may want to promote yourself with YouTube videos. And to do that, you're going to need a few things. Good video, good lighting, and good sound. So today, I'm going to show you how with compact fluorescent lighting, you can achieve a really good, really cheap studio setup. Right, so here's the box. It's a big box. We're going to get three big soft boxes with 15 compact fluorescent tubes, I believe. So let's open it. Hello, it appears that we have some mould on it. Now I live in the tropics. Things go mouldy in the tropics, but this was posted from, not from the tropics. So let's hope it's okay. It's mouldy. It's really mouldy. I can't believe how mouldy it is. Do I send it back or do I just open it and hope for the best? I'm going to open it and hope for the best. Now, to set these up. Great. Okay, here we are a couple of days later and I've set up a couple of the soft boxes, 2 out of the 3. And the setup looks like this. We've got one on our left, one on our right, and a small video light in the middle. The small video light is actually going to be replaced by the third soft box that we have here. And the 2 soft boxes that I have set up are replacing two of these industrial things that you get from the hardware store many years ago, but thankfully they've been replaced by cheap soft boxes that look good. Hopefully you can see the difference in the quality of the video already that the lighting provides. Okay, so if we put this away, we will attempt to construct our third soft box. It wasn't an easy task, and that's why I'm making this second half of the video a couple of days later. So this is what we get. We get four rods, which we will take the rubber bands off. We get our diffusers, because there are 2 in fact. The inside diffuser, which I'm not going to use. Every diffuser takes away the amount of light that you receive, so I'm just going to use the one. And the outside diffuser. So let's attempt to put this together. Okay. So here we have our softbox, and now I remember that I need to get the middle component and put it through the middle of here. I will be back in 1 second. Okay, so here's our middle component of the softbox, and one thing to decide first of all is how you want the softbox to orient on the stand. Whether you want it long ways on a stand like that or sideways, because of course you have to put it through the way you want it oriented. So you mount the softbox on there long ways or sideways. And because of the nature of these, there's no quick maneuvering, because these are stuck in there. Okay, so because I have 2 portrait oriented, I want one at the back of the camera, landscape oriented. Landscape, it's the long sides, horizontal. So let's see what we've got. We have, that would be horizontal. So first thing to do, I think, is to put this through the center. And pull the elastic over the unit. So we end up with something resembling that. Okay, now I will orient the seams to where we're putting our rods. So we're putting our rods in there, so there'll be a seam oriented with a rod. Seam line to the rod hole. Great, so we have 4 of them. Now with our tab ends, we have 2 that separate, here and here, and 2 that don't separate. From memory, from doing the other 2 soft boxes, we do the ones that don't separate first. So we grab a rod, insert into there, and then insert into the hole. Okay, great, we have 1. I know this is hard to orient towards the camera, but we'll do our best. Second rod, flat end, sharp end, flat end, into the non-velcro tab, our permanent tab. Slide it in, down the seam, and into the corresponding hole. Just kind of like that. Okay, we have 2. Have I oriented it right? I have. I got one of the other soft boxes wrong, so I have to make sure about that. Now, with the other 2, it's not going to stretch quite like that, so this is why they have the Velcro tabs. You undo the Velcro, slot through the underside of that Velcro there, and into a hole. Make sure it's all the way in, and I'm making sure I'm not upsetting these. Slide this up, and it actually says in the instructions, using force to bend as best you can. I'll push that in, I will bend and get the tab over there. So as much Velcro on Velcro as I can. I'm suspecting I can get a little bit more if I push harder. So I'm really bending that rod. I don't want it to bend out of shape. But I think this is the nature of it. Okay, so now I have maximum Velcro on Velcro. And have they bent into shape? They have now bent backwards a bit in the direction that they're supposed to go, which is exactly what I want. They could bend the other way, I guess, and that wouldn't be desirable. One more rod. Get your tabbed Velcro end, undo the Velcro. This may take more pressure. Let's see. Slide in the Velcro. Slide through. We're going to need to pre-bend this possibly. I'll try and orient it to the camera. Into the hole, which is along the seam. Okay, it's not bent, that's fine. Slide that up. It's not easy. Slide it up. Tab over, so maximum Velcro on Velcro, which we have done. And we now essentially have a correctly oriented softbox, which looks fine, does it? It doesn't look perfect. I'll just see if okay. The rods weren't in the holes properly. That, for a cheap softbox, is about as good as you get. So, what's left? Let's put the globes in. Okay, 5 globes, 1 softbox. What we were taught a long time ago is not to handle globes with your hands. Oil on hands, heat, oil expands, blows the globe. I don't know how important that is these days, because globes these days don't heat up as much, thankfully. So I will install the globes from the outside and do the middle inside one last. Okay, so here we end up with 5 globes in a softbox, and if we turn it around, we have our switches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, corresponding to 5 globes, and I don't know how this will look on camera, but if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can see that it works just great. And to diffuse the light and to make it softer, we get our diffuser. There's an inside and an outside. The inside has Velcro. Slide it over the corners. And you end up with that, a landscape oriented softbox. So my future videos should be lit with these 3 lights, and only the 3 lights. The little video light I won't have. I'll use this one instead of that. And it will be in my other little room that has the air conditioning. It's too hot in this room in the tropics. So I hope you enjoyed that, and please subscribe for everything related to guitars and music production and getting your YouTube studio set up. Thanks, friends.